Hello, I'm Dr. Jane McCartney. I'm a chartered psychologist and I've worked for the NHS for many years and also for the court system in the UK. Today, I just wanted to very briefly talk about what has happened in Plymouth in the last 24 hours. I'm not going to talk specifically about that event because obviously the inquiries are ongoing and it would be inappropriate to talk about that too much. But I just wanted to talk about mass shootings that have happened in this country. Mercifully, they are very rare. Obviously, in other parts of the world, you hear about them more frequently, but there are themes to these shootings. They are committed by men, for a start. They're often men that feel that they are disadvantaged, disaffected in some way. And if we just look at the shootings in the UK, there was Hungerford in 1987. Michael Ryan killed 17 people. He went literally walking around the streets after he'd killed his mother. He was walking around the streets killing people. Thomas Hamilton in Dunblane would walk into a school, a primary school, and kill 17 people. And more recently, in 2010, Derek Bird in Cumbria, a taxi driver, would specifically go to his brother's house and kill him, and his family solicitor's house and kill him. But then he was targeting some work colleagues, some taxi driver work colleagues. But then he would also just drive around the roads of Cumbria, randomly shooting at people, which is what he did. And he killed 12 people. And when they've done the inquiries into what's happened, is there anything that is a red light that we can look at, that we're potentially looking at to stop somebody doing this in the future? There isn't, because these people feel anger and resentment. These are the two things that they feel. They feel angry at either individuals or society, and they're resentful about them. And often the resentment will come because they feel that they're hard done by. They're hard done by, say, for instance, because they feel that they've been done out of an inheritance or money or a promotion, or in Derek Bird's case, his trigger event was when people at the taxi rank were jumping in front of him. They weren't playing by the rules. And he had appealed to the authorities. Can they do something about it? And nobody was taking any notice of him. So he felt that he had to take this situation into his own hands, but in a dramatic way that is going to be completely remembered, and he's going to go down in history, because that's often another theme about these men, that they feel voiceless, they feel invisible, that nobody's listening to them, nobody's taking any notice of them. And if they do this terrible atrocity, then they're going to go down in history, they're going to be remembered. And in Thomas Hamilton's case, the perversity was that they'll make some inquiries about the suggestion about inappropriate actions with children that were kind of rumouring around with him, and it'll be found that that was completely untrue. But of course, that isn't what happens. You just go down in history as being a mass murderer, a mass shooter that has randomly shot people, because it's a planned event. This isn't something that is spontaneous. Who they actually kill can be spontaneous to a point. Again, if we look at Derek Bird, he specifically killed his brother. He went after one of the taxi drivers that he felt that he'd been hard done by, and he'd killed the family solicitor. So there may be specific people that you do go to kill, but when you are driving around just randomly shooting at people, and seemingly last night there was an element of that, you are just venting and you are taking out your anger and resentment on anybody that has the misfortune to come across you as they are just walking along a street or walking their dogs or whatever it is. So that is what is underneath. That is the motivation. They are angry, they are resentful, they are feeling victims, and they are feeling voiceless. And to them, this last act, their last living act, is something that they are going to be remembered by. So they are motivated by that as well, to get their own back on an individual or society, but to be remembered. And that is one of the stronger motivations that they have as well. So those are just my very brief thoughts. I just thought I'd put this out there because a lot of people are asking and wanting to know, why could somebody do that? And in the dueness of time, I'm sure some information will come out about what has happened in Plymouth. But just for now, these are the things that have been found out about people that commit mass murder. They want to be known, they are victims, they are resentful, and they are hugely angry. And often one of the questions is, do they have ongoing mental health issues? And sometimes they do, but it's not a predictor. There are a lot of people that have mental health issues that do not commit such atrocities. Of course there are. But it's often something that is very much thought about and planned. And seemingly last night's killer had, I don't know if it's an arsenal of weapons, but he certainly had the ability to have a gun. So those are my thoughts. Thank you very much. Please feel free to put some comments below. I'm always interested to read what people have to say. And if you would like to subscribe, that would be great. And I produce YouTube videos just talking about the motivations, about why killers kill, what's behind somebody's motivation for committing a crime. And it's just, people find it interesting. And I hope you have found this very brief synopsis interesting. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.